Hello and welcome to another video. It is now Pride Month, and because it is Pride Month, I'm going to be making some Pride-themed videos. One of which you already know about because I've done an announcement video. That is my basically Ace collage. So I'm gathering a load of little short clips from Ace and Arrow people, and I'm going to put them together into a big video at the end of the month. But until then, I'm going to be talking about some Pride-related topics and things about the Ace community and how it intersects with Pride. So to start that off, I'm going to talk about two things in this video. First, I'm going to talk about Pride and why it's important. And secondly, I'm going to talk about why I personally am proud to identify as Homoromantic Asexual. Why is Pride important? Well, I was thinking about this earlier, and I think it's important to many different people for different reasons. Obviously, part of this is a personal thing, but you can also kind of categorize people into general areas and why Pride's important to them or important for them. So if you identify as LGBT+, Pride is important because you can feel proud of your identity and it gives you a sense of community. It's a time to bring together people of different orientations to share their stories and to celebrate their orientation and to give them a voice where they maybe wouldn't have had that before. It brings a lot of attention onto the LGBT+ community, and that helps to progress activism and to progress things which may induce change. Without pride parades, we wouldn't have had the stark increase in rights for trans people and for gay people. So it's really beneficial for the LGBT+ community because it does amplify our voices and it does make us known to the outside and to the inside of the LGBT+ community, because there could be people who don't know about lesser known orientations such as asexuality and the Ace umbrella, and we can educate those who maybe don't know about that. Maybe gay people who only know about gay issues can be taught about trans issues and taught about Ace issues and Arrow issues, and it's a really nice space to do that in. And secondly, I think it's really important for people who are questioning or people who are maybe exploring their sexuality and their romantic orientation a bit. So I think what Pride does really well is gives them a place to explore their identity. They're kind of thrown into this buffet almost of different orientations, and they can see people identifying a certain way, and maybe they can relate to them, maybe they can't, but it's a space where they can be open and free about themselves because there isn't going to be judgment, at least not to the extent that you would see in society in general. So they can use this accepting space to explore their identity and maybe meet people and talk to them about their experiences and see whether they align with their own. I think it can really help people to come to accept their orientation and learn more about themselves. And finally, I think it's really important for people outside of the LGBT+ community. It's important for people outside the LGBT+ community, like I alluded to earlier, because of education and because of visibility. I think a large reason why there's so much discrimination towards minorities is because of misunderstandings and ignorance of issues that they face and of what we want as LGBT+ people. We just want to be accepted. We just want to live happy lives. And we just want the same rights that everyone else has. And I think, like I was saying earlier, that Pride Month, it does draw attention to us, and maybe people who wouldn't be involved in that conversation are more so during Pride Month because there is more exposure to it. It's a time where people who aren't LGBT+ can remember that we exist and that we're awesome. So yeah, I think that's really great. On to my second topic. I identify as Homoromantic Asexual. I imagine you all know this by now, but that basically means that I'm gay but I don't want sex. And I am proud of identifying as homoromantic asexual. I'm proud because the ace community has come so far since I was born. The momentum that we have gained and the visibility that we have fought for has increased. I won't say exponentially because I don't have a mathematical basis to say it's been exponential, but it's been increasing. And that's thanks to amazing activists like Yasmin Benoit and to YouTubers like Amelia Race, who have educated people and who have gone out there and made a difference. And I think it will just keep improving, and people will come to accept asexuality as an orientation and come to accept aromanticism and people who identify under those orientations and in those spectrums. I'm also proud that asexuality allows us to have conversations freely about sexuality and about attraction, which may not be talked about if these orientations didn't exist. Specifically talking about the split attraction model, that you can feel romantic attraction differently to you feeling sexual attraction and other attractions too, is something which is only spoken about in the ace and aro communities really, but I think it would be valuable to talk about that in the broader community, because maybe there are people who aren't ace or aro, aren't on the ace or aro spectrums, but still have differing romantic and sexual orientations. They could be biromantic and homosexual or something like that, and they just don't have the language to describe it. So I think that's something really nice that asexuality and aromanticism have allowed us to do, is talk about attraction in a more nuanced way. And finally, I am proud that I can express myself fully and openly and honestly. I am homoromantic asexual. I want to spend my life with a guy, but I don't have an innate drive to have sex. And I enjoy living in a world where that's okay, and that I can have a fulfilling life with that orientation. So yes, I am proud to identify as homoromantic asexual, and I am very proud of the ace community in general. Other than that, if you have any comments, any things you want to say, any things you're proud about being ace, leave them in the comments below. Unless you're going to do one of the videos from a video at the end of the month, because then you should put it in the video and not in the comment. Okay? Send me videos. I want more videos. Just don't send me too many. Actually, do send me too many. Too many is good. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like. I post videos every Saturday, so if you want to see more, then feel free to subscribe. That is all I had to say today. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you next time. So, pride. Why is pride? It's really hard for me not to say ace community. That's what my brain automatically goes to now. If a community is going to be the next word, ace just jumps in and crushes the LGBT+. That was probably a poor choice of words. Anyway.